Hey everybody, this is Scott from Meet to Talk. Today we're going to talk a little bit about writing an essay. For some people, it's not a big deal, even a breeze. For others, it can be absolute dread. So we're going to break down some of the things of how to write a good essay. Now, that can mean a lot. You have narrative essays, persuasive essays, expository essays, descriptive essays, argumentative essays, problem-solution essays, compare-contrast essays, opinion essays. It can be a bit too much. Before we get to that though, there's a very important point. The most important part of the essay is the reader. Without someone paying attention to it, reading it, or even hearing it being spoken, what matters? So we're there putting something on paper for the reader. We have to take our ego out of the equation, even if it's an opinion essay, by the way, because you want to be understood, and communication is the key. So, first and foremost, reader. Secondly, is understanding the type of essay you're writing. That can be assigned by a teacher or professor or anyone for that matter. Essay writing isn't always the most fun thing, but you can make it easier and make it a situation that isn't that hard to handle. So, type of essay. As I mentioned before, there's a lot of them. The next very important part is brainstorming. You need to take notes. You need to think about what it is that you want to say. You need to have everything down really on paper. I like to do graphic organizers. Just a list of sloppy notes that I know are my own can really give you the information you need when you're actually producing the language in a written form. So always having it next to you will keep your ideas coming in and you're able to get the output going onto the page much easier. Number 4 is research. It's important to actually know what you're going to put down on your notes. So brainstorming along with a lot of research is going to give you all of the ideas you really need. So after you've brainstormed and you've researched, now you've got this mess of notes, it's important to set up an outline. The outline is going to give you basically a roadmap from beginning to end as to how this is going to go. For example, in the outline, you start with the main idea and keep it at the top. You know what you're going to write about. Then you start coming through next. After the topic sentence, you're going to start to support what it is. Maybe it's about 150 words. Obviously, these things can expand into very, very long academic papers. But here's the basic idea of it. After you start to support what it is that you said in the topic sentence, then you're going to get into whether or not it's a compare-contrast, whether or not it's an argumentative essay. That's going to determine the content of the body of the essay. So now we've got a lot of words, we've got a lot of topics, we've got a lot of things that we can actually put into this. And then we're gonna get down lastly to the writing style. Today, we're just gonna do something very simple. We're not gonna get into all of the different types of essays, but more just how to get yourself going with the basics. So there's an idea. There's a main idea. You know what you're gonna write about. The next most important thing is catching the reader's attention, and that is done through a topic sentence. Some people may call it a hook, like in pop music. Some people will talk about thesis statements a lot. That usually comes after the topic sentence. So, for example, if you have a main idea that is automobiles, you could have a topic sentence that introduces the idea of automobiles, and then information starts to flow, whether or not this is going to be a problem solution essay, an opinion essay, comparing and contrasting. That's beside the point. First and foremost, we need that topic sentence. It's going to basically give the reader the idea of what the whole essay is going to be about. After we've completed that, you're going to move on to the conclusion. You can think of it as like tying everything up with a nice bow. So again, using the example of opinion, you'll definitely express your overall opinion at the end in the conclusion. If you're using it if you're writing the essay in a problem solution style, then The body is going to be describing the problems, possible solutions, and in the conclusion, you're going to probably also add an opinion as to what you think the best solution is. So, to sum up, most important thing, reader. After that, you need to start brainstorming, you need to start researching. We know what style you're going to write in. Then develop your outline. After that, just start to write. Also, when we're finished getting everything down on the page, we have to check our grammar and our spelling. There's some important tools and useful tools that you can find on the internet that will help you with these things. Mistakes are normal. Failure is actually important. It's the only way we learn sometimes. But if you have some tools that you can use, there's plenty of them online, you'll be able to check yourself through it, and it doesn't hurt to have an English teacher to maybe help you along the way. So that's it today for essay writing. I'll see you next time, and best of luck.